that it was just correct to play 4 Crushing Hammer in every single deck. Eternatus with 4 Crushing Hammer, Pikarom with 4 Crushing Hammer. There's some other decks playing 4 Crushing Hammer as well. Here we go. Yveltal start here for Noah. So Noah is playing some Retreat Lock shenanigans. Doing a quick energy count, it looks like. And then does have the Buddy Poppin' for the Dreepies. Pad as well, probably to get a Drac look, but it could be another Dreepy if you're feeling confident. He's gonna go for a Dunsparce. At the other game end, it hasn't ended yet. Noah said he's hit 9 Dragapults today. That is a lot of Dragapults. But can he see the full, was it 13? Full 13 Dragapults? So 2 Dreepies and a Dunsparce there for Noah. Hedrick always looks so angry searching his deck. Well, yeah, he prized 6 of his cards that he can't use. Wouldn't you be mad too if you just couldn't play with 6 of the cards you put in your deck? Every game too, every single game, he goes to search his deck. 6 of his cards are missing. He never knows where they are. All right, the ruins. Oh, I didn't realize the risky ruins were set up already. No, it did not play for any damage on his side, though. Just wanted to build up the damage on Hedrick's side. Pad coming in as well. The Dreeps in play. Do we got any more Dreeps? We get one more Dreep out here. Opts for the Monkey Dory as the last one. Maybe, maybe not. Perhaps, perhaps not. All right. Loading up the bench Dreepy, so no Itchy Pollen gonna happen this turn, that's for sure. Looks like had his own Risky Ruins in the hand as well, opting not to put it in play. Is Noah playing a no liability type to Dragapult? Not sure. I mean, we know it's Dunsparce, but I don't know if we've for sure seen a cat or a Fez or anything like that. Looks like the Dunsparce as well for Hedrick. So everyone wants that extra draw power. And is gonna play this Buddy Poffin. There's definitely a cat in there. Is playing Unfair Stamp. Dunsparce and 4th Dreepy getting put into play. Wouldn't play Petron with or Yveltal without Petron EX. I don't know. I think Rafal was playing Yveltal without Petron EX. What's on Nighttime Ruins? Nighttime Ruins isn't being played more. Because the Dragapult decks don't really care about it that much. You have like plenty of energy and plenty of ways to accelerate energy. And you have stadiums as well. It's just like, you'd have to be playing a deck that can like slow down the game, and you have to be playing like 3 or 4 Nighttime Mine. It's just like a big commitment to like basically just the Dragapult matchup. Well, it can be useful against like the slot boxes, but just not as much. All right, over to Noah. I don't know if Noah plays Candy or anything like that, so I don't know if we're going to see like a Candy Dragapult. Is playing the Dunsparce EX, though. Goes in with an Ultra Ball, giving up the Brox and the Dunsparce EX. Another Dracloak. It is possible Noah doesn't play Petron EX, to be honest. It might just be the Yveltal. Retreat locking is still good in Dragapult. You don't necessarily need a way to generate damage on your side of the field. Does find the Lily there. Struggling to get the card under the deck, but has the Lily, so just gonna do it afterwards. Both Dracloaks exhausted. Got the Dunsparce. The Dunsparce in play. We're not item locked. Does Noah ever just like... Nah, you just definitely attach energy if you find it, right? You have to hope and then hope that Crushing Hammers or Tails. It's got to be how we approach it. We get a Dreepy or 2 more here. We see a Monkey Dory. We see a Fire Energy. I imagine we'd bench a Dreepy here if we have one. Finding the Crispin is going to be a big deal, though, for sure. Noah thinking about popping the Dunsparce before progressing further. And does. Then into the Pokepad. Another Dreepy on the way. Gonna take that Ruins damage, of course. Find energy for turn, and I found our Monkey Dory as well. Another Dunsparce to the bench for potential more draw power. Okay, well, we see some Crushing Hammers on this next turn from Hedrick. Let's see. There's a pass over. Lots of draw power in the hand here for Hedrick. Starting with the Dunsparce, popping it, drawing 3. Loke number 1. Got a Crispin in hand. Loose for the Lily. Do we have enough dead cards in the hand to play that Ultra Ball? Catch return looks like it might be going down onto that Monkey Dory. We do want to get that energy off our Dracloak with the damage on it, right? So that way it can't just be sniped off the bench. Appreciate 13 months there. C-Stacks. Ultra Ball coming up, giving up a Fire and a Boss. There's 2 energy gone now. A Fire and a Psychic. Yo, appreciate the 8 months there, TJ. Our second Loke setup. And then, yeah, Dark Energy to the Monkey Dory. Probably to protect the energy on that other Dracloak. And then into the Lily. Can we find some Crushing Hammers? That's the question. Can we find the Crushing Hammers? There's one prize, I believe. No Crushies. We do have some Dracloaks still to utilize here, though. I can't tell what those cards are, but we're taking Dragapult EX to the Pokepad. Dragapult number... Nope. Dracloak number 3. Getting searched out. There it is. 1 Crushing Hammer, 2 Crushing Hammer, 3 Crushing Hammer. The hammers are in there. They're ready to fly. Loc number 3. Can we find Loc number 4? We can. Loc number 4. Can we find a Crushing Hammer? We did. Crushing Hammer. Can we play the Crushing Hammer? And can we get heads? There it is. Crushing Hammer number 1. Off the table. Number 2. It is heads. There's only 1 energy in play. Noah now a Crispin away from being able to attack with Dragapult. 20 off the Dracloak getting moved over. I would assume to the Yveltal or the Dracloak here. But I'm actually not 100%. Well, yeah, you wouldn't want to stack 3, right? Ends up on a Dracloak. And then pass over to Noah. All right, if Noah wants to get aggressive this turn, we'll need a Crispin, and we did top deck a Crispin. So Noah can start swinging. It is possible. Swinging does not seem like that good here, though. It seems like okay. I don't know. We have Ultra Ball, we have Crispin, though, so if we want to get aggressive here, it is possible. We're also behind on Monkey Dories on board, though, so maybe we don't really have a choice but to swing. Azul, how does AzulGG fare in this meta? Not great. Loc 3, we got the Dunsparce. 2 Locs set up. Did it Crispin immediately, though? So I have a feeling Noah's not going to Crispin. Otherwise, we would have Crispin before we started cycling, right? I assume? That makes me think we're not Crispining here. Dracloak number 3 found. There's the Dragapult, but that wasn't going to be hard to find. We did have second Dragapult in hand. We already had Ultra Ball in hand to find Dragapult. There's been no Bunny Lass on stream, but there was a Megalopony deck. So what's your uncle's middle name? What is this question, Fred? So what's your uncle's middle name, and don't say you don't know or we'll know you're lying. I don't know. I don't know why you'd expect me to know my uncle's middle name. And also, what kind of question is that? Are you hanging out with my uncle right now? Okay, there's a Crispin from Noah. We do end up on the Crispin here. Classic rat. What the fuck? Dragapult set up. Are we swinging? We're swinging here. All right, Noah's getting aggressive. Not gonna be able to pick off anything on the bench. I assume we'd probably like stack 6 on the Monkey Dory, but we'll see what Noah goes for. Maybe split the damage on the Dracloaks. That could be fine. Yep, stack 6 on the Monkey Dory. Okay. I feel like, yeah, I feel like, I mean, you got the first attack here as Noah, but I feel like Hedrick is at the advantage for sure. Feels like we're at the advantage here for Hedrick. Crispin here to set up 2 Monkey Doors would be sick. Crushing Hammer heads would be sick. All that very potentially available. Pad, that second Monkey Dory. But without Crispin, we're not setting up the Dragapult and the Monkey Dory, I guess. I guess we could just grab the Monkey Dory and bench it. Or you could just grab a Dunsparce if you'd rather have a Dunsparce in play. That's also possible. The Pokepad does get played. Like a Monkey Dory is considered. There's value in Dunsparce for sure, but Dunsparce is a little bit easier to find through the Poffins. You can also KO Noah's. I guess that's one thing I'd be curious about for Hedrick here is like, what do you KO here? Do you KO the Monkey Dory or do you KO the Dracloaks? What do you go after here? Or do you ever boss? I feel like you probably don't boss, right? And is lining up that Lilies. Does have the Crispin there, but might not have the energy to work with it to set up a second Monkey Dory. The Dark Energy was in the hand, so that might not have been possible. Or maybe you just don't want to do it anyways, and you just want a Lily to try and find more Crushing Hammers to begin with. It feels like Crushing Hammer plus... Crushing Hammer plus Unfair Stamp here would be kind of crazy. Crushing Hammer heads, of course. Draclo KO is correct, I imagine? I don't know. I kind of like KOing the Monkey Dory here. But I guess like there's no Dark Energy on the Monkey Dory, but... Like one more piece. Cycling first here. Dark Energy and Fez, it looks like. Opts for the Fezandipity, putting the Dark on the bottom of the deck. That could be utilized with Crispin later, of course. Or I guess as a Hedrick, do you ever just not take a KO so you don't trigger Noah's Unfair Stamp? Could be a consideration as well. Dracloak number 2. No Crushies. Could still Fez to draw cards. It's going to opt to just bench the Dunsparce. Yeah, you could just not take a knockout here as Hedrick to play around that. That would also be interesting. Avoid the Unfair Stamp. And then try and find your Unfair Stamp next turn. And then try and board wipe the energy. See what Hedrick goes for, though. And I think that is what Hedrick is going to go for here. I don't think we're going to see a knockout get taken. Punchy active plus maybe 6 on the other Dracloak or something. I don't know. But yeah, I do like the idea of that. Try and be the first person to be able to use the Unfair Stamp. Because as Noah here, it kind of feels like you have to go after Hedrick's Monkey Dory on the bench. Leaving that alive seems bad. Punch. Or he's going to go for the KO. Or no. I actually really don't like the KO here. Do we want to set ourselves up to be Unfair Stamped? Or is Noah not playing Unfair Stamp? And does Hedrick know that? So we do go for the KO. Wait, did he just draw 2 prize cards? Am I trolling? Okay, nice picture. But now but the Unfair Stamp's kind of scary here, isn't it? Isn't the Unfair Stamp kind of scary? Assuming Noah plays it? So this is the done version. He probably assumes it's Cape. That is fair. Maybe he's making the assumption that it is the Cape here. I'm actually not sure what it is as well. I actually don't know. So maybe it is a Cape. In which case, this does make a ton of sense, I guess, right? You appreciate the 49 months there, Isaiah. My uncle's middle name is Tobias. I guess someone knows their uncles well, I guess. All right, Fred, you got an uncle's middle name. Best of luck with the middle name. All right, into the Buddy Poffin. Maybe we'll get a look at the A-Spec here for Noah. It look like Cape in an early search. Oh, then we maybe do know it is the Cape. Yeah, I mean, if it is the Cape, then swinging does make sense here, I feel like. Oh, with the Yveltal, you don't need Petchy X because you have Risky Ruins. Risky Ruins is how you generate damage for like a Yveltal trap play. You just cycle your Dunsparce under Risky Ruins. Got 100 HP left on this Dragapult. So the Cape is like would maybe protect us. But it feels like... I mean, it feels like it's probably not going to. It almost feels like we have to go like... Evolve the bench... Yeah, Dracloak to a Dragapult, attach to it. Knock out the active, knock out the monkey... Or punch the active, knock out the Monkey Dory, attach to the bench one, hope the Crushing Hammers just don't land. Or something like that. There's a Pokegear for 7. I'm not sure what Noah's looking for here. Maybe a Crispin. Ends up with a Lily. And is Noah going back in? And do we have an energy for this Dragapult on the bench? There we go. Plays the Lilies. Had a Dark Energy in hand, but yeah, I think we need a Fire or a Psychic here to stay in this one. Any theories on why 2 on the Yveltal? It keeps the Monkey Dory and the Yveltal in range of attack plus Yveltal, right? Or attack plus Monkey Dory. You can pick off one of them to go down to 2, and then you have to 2 KO the Dragapult to win the game. So it means Noah can't get both of them out of range on the next turn. You could have dealt with it later, I guess, but I think it makes sense, right? Pick it off next turn. You don't have to worry about it as well then. Yeah, and there's the attack from Noah. Knockout plus KO the Monkey Dory. I'd rather see the boss on the Dracloak KO both Dracloak. That would have been an interesting play. Well, but then you don't deal with it. No, that can't be the play. You have to punch his Dragapult. If you don't punch his Dragapult, you're always losing the game, I feel like. At first, I was like, I actually don't hate that, but actually, I do kind of hate that. I'm not going to lie. Okay, Crispin here for Hedrick. My question is going to be, can we find some Crushing Hammers for that bench Dragapult? So Yveltal over Cactus now? Yeah, because the free retreat, so you can like get into Yveltal and then get back into your Dragapult, because they don't play Latias. If you played Latias, you'd probably play the Cactus, but because of the lack of Latias, you kind of have to play the Yveltal. You could play like a ton of energy and hard retreat it, but that's kind of cringe. Also playing like Air Balloon obviously is like not great. Yeah, Hedrick now can KO the Monkey Dory off the bench with this attack, and then is down to 2 prize cards, so just has to do a KO the Dragapult to win the game from here. I don't want to say Noah's out of this yet. Not until we see another Crushing Hammer. Crushing Hammer would be pretty powerful here, though. Is there a handheld fan in here, or is it just... Ooh! There it is! Hit him with it! Disgusting, man. Ooh, Noah almost convinced him to discard the active one, too. So sneaky there, bro. He almost got him, for sure. Hedrick almost cracked and discarded the active energy, for sure. Maintains composure, though. Picks the right energy to discard. Noah tried to get sneaky there. It's not going to work out. He might be cooked. I don't know how many energy are left. It's not a lot, though. But this next Dragapult could go the distance. We'll see. We got like Crispin plus Hero's Cape to back it up. Could be okay. Almost misclicked? Yeah, almost with the misclick. How's Hedrick's deck pass deck check with all those warped and bent cards? Because they're all warped and bent. So it's not about something being damage. It's about something being able to be like it being different than the rest. Yeah, it's not about something being damaged or warped. It's about being able to differentiate one card from the rest. If you can't do that, it doesn't matter. All right, we see the Dragapult evolution on the bench and start to build up that next Dragapult here for Hedrick. He's playing around the roses, I guess, by doing this pre-evolution here. And then here we see the attack. Gonna knock out the active. And you could KO the Yveltal or the Monkey Dory here from Noah. I would assume you'd KO the Monkey Dory. And you could heal 30 damage with the Monkey Dory. I guess you have to heal 30. You can't heal these 20s, unfortunately. Yep, there's the 30 heal. And the question is, what does Hedrick want to remove from play? Oh, not going to take the knockout this turn. Interesting. But does that make sense, though? To not just take the 1 price knockout? You could do it later. You don't have to do it this turn. You could theoretically punch the active and put 6 on the bench Dragapult, actually. Oh, wait, no, I think this does make more sense, because now you're threatening the KO on the Dragapult next turn. Oh, yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense. Plays around Acerola. That is good. That's a good point as well. It does play around Acerola. Yeah, so... well, no, but who cares about Acerola if they're going to do 70 damage with Jet Headbutt? Like... if Noah's not playing Crispin, who cares? But now you can effectively one-hit KO it, though, right? Because now you can just go Monkey Dory 30 over knockout. So yeah, Noah's in trouble here, I think, for sure. Immediately into the Dunsparce draw. The Crushing Hammer's definitely put in a lot of work this matchup. Did get 2 heads. Did find the Crispin, but also drew the Psychic energy. How much energy is left in the deck? Can he even play the Crispin for the acceleration effect? Darked the Yveltal. We could clutch the Dragapult that has 0 energy on it, but Hedrick is the one with the Monkey Dory. And I think Hedrick has the possibility of setting up second Monkey Dory, maybe. If Hedrick can get 2 Monkey Dory online, this play is just like not doing anything. Jet Headbutt also still available for, and yeah, there's a concede. I think Hedrick maybe just showed him an energy to be able to Jet Headbutt plus Monkey Dory KO the active there. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the Crushing Hammers did a lot of work that game. They definitely carried big time. Not gonna lie, this is why we should KO 2 Dracloak so Hedrick doesn't get to dig for the Crushing Hammers. Yeah, but the Crushing Hammers don't matter if you don't deal with the active Dragapult, though. Like, then Hedrick doesn't need the Crushing Hammers. He just attacks and beats you, right? I could still see it, for sure. Well, we go back and take a look at the turn, honestly. I don't hate the idea. Also, maybe can we just win by drawing prize cards faster? So it's like this turn. We're about to attack into the Dragapult. So we have 5 prize cards left. We could just boss KO double Dracloak here. Oh no, we can't even boss KO double Dracloak here. One Dracloak always lives, right? Because we can't Monkey Door. Oh, you're saying... No, but we have to attach to Dragapult, otherwise we have to find Crispin next turn. So if we attach Dark to Monkey Dory, we KO 2 Dracloaks, and then Hedrick goes, okay, cool, knock out your active Dragapult. And you have no energy on your bench Dragapult being built up. I don't even have to find Crushing Hammer because your Dark energy ended up on your Monkey Dory now. I feel like you just lose. Like, you're just like playing to lose at that point, though. That feels pretty tough to come back from. I feel like the play from Noah is still better. Although, I mean, KOing Dracloaks is pretty good. If it didn't require the Dark energy on the Monkey Dory there, I like it a lot more. But we would have to put the Dark on the Monkey Dory there. Just click that link in chat, Muhammad. Just put command standings in chat and click that link, or click the link that I just put in chat. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Only 22 minutes left. I'll be watching Champions League after this. After this is the last round of LA. We'll be watching Champions League afterwards. 2 Dracloak prize, 2 Crispin prize, and a Crushing Hammer prize for Hedrick. The top 2 cards are Dracloaks. Honestly, I just kind of want that Crushing Hammer. They can keep the rest. I want that, the hammy. But 2 Dracloaks is pretty bad. Pricing 1 Dracloak is fine. Happens a lot of the time. Very dealable with. Pricing 2 is not great. Appreciate the 7 months there, box. Looks like Mega Chandelure could be one of the reveals tonight. If you had to guess, would say they'll print it as a fire type or a psychic type. They've been kind of on those fire type Chandelures recently, right? Let's switch it up. Give us a psychic Chandelure. Is there a reason why a lot of Dragapult mirrors aren't playing Badoo? It's just not worth like being aggressive with it for the most part, most of the time. They do play Badoo, but it's like a lot more situational now. Yeah, using Badoo has become more situational for sure. We do see the Badoo here getting searched out from Hedrick. Also, you like don't play Latias anymore, and playing Latias has become worse. Or a lot of builds don't play Latias, not all builds. But also you're choosing first, like you're opting to go first, which means you just end up using it less for less effect. There's like a lot of reasons, but people still play it. It's just less of part of the game, the deck's core game plan, basically. Badoo searched out, and we see this game, like game 1, neither player went for Badoo. Here in game number 2, both players opting for the Badoo. Hedrick has like a slow-ish start, gets the Badoo to slow him down, and because of the slow start from Hedrick there, Noah wants to try and capitalize on that by using the SG Paw and preventing future Dreepies, Dracloaks, stuff like that. And it actually is just the Ichipollen there from Noah. No supported played for turn, but might have Dracloaks in the hand. Over to the other side here for Hedrick. Has plenty of energy to work with in the hand. Opting for a Psychic Energy on the Dunsparce to retreat it. Place a Judge and the Unfair Stamp as the ace spec. Could use the Dunsparce here to shuffle it back in the deck instead and conserve the Psychic Energy, but you can always just hard retreat if you want to. Looking for some Dreepies, looking for some Dracloaks. What do we got? Double Dreep and a Dracloak. Okay, that's a pretty good draw. Now there's 2 Dracloaks prize, but I imagine we'll see we'll see both Dreepies getting put on the bench, whether Hedrick knows that or not. I would imagine you still bench the extra Dreepy. Opt for the boss's orders there. Hedrick definitely doesn't play Rare Candy, right? There's no way you're fitting 4 Crushing Hammers and a Rare Candy in the deck, and there's the hard retreat into the Badoo. Dreep-Doo? Into the Badoo and Ichipollen. Actually, was that a mistake from Noah to retreat? Oh, no, Noah Ichipollen. I was like, wait a second. We want a Badoo into the Badoo. We don't want our Badoo to get Badooed, but Noah did Badoo last turn. Second Dracloak. Also, I guess Badooing for Noah has a lot higher value because you shut off the Crushing Hammers until you attack, right? So maybe that's something we should have seen adjusted in Noah's game plan. It seemed like Noah was aware of the Crushing Hammers, I think. I imagine he would have been. So maybe Noah should have been more aggressive with Badoo in that first game to prevent early Crushing Hammers. Possibly. There's the Lily for 8. Double Dracloak and a fire setup, so things are looking a lot better for Noah's contemplating using the Dunsparce here. Noah's full of that whimsy that Azul hates in the chat. Dunsparce pop. We also found ourselves another Dreepy. I actually wonder why we're popping the Dunsparce here. I wonder what we're looking for. We got another Dreepy and we got our energy attachment for turn. And we're not like cycling another Dunsparce into play. There's the Ichipollen. Lily top deck there for Hedrick. So we could just see attached to Dreepy plus Lily. Is contemplating that, and that's going to be the play attached to the Dreepy. I'd go for the full load up on the Dracloak instead. That would be susceptible to Dragapult plus Boss from Noah next turn, though. That'd be a lot of resources to lose. He's going to go for it, though. Wants the ability to be able to get aggressive sooner than later. I guess you could also evolve it to a Dragapult, right? This Dracloak could become a Dragapult. Maybe that's one of the plans here from Hedrick, is to just evolve it as soon as possible. That would still be pretty tough. That would still be pretty bad to get punched for. Oh, no, I guess could you punch this turn from Hedrick? Maybe you're just going to punching here seems pretty bad, though, as well. All right, into the Dracloak. No Dragapult found. So those energies are vulnerable. Ooh, the draw is rough here for Hedrick. Definitely a big opportunity for Noah on this next turn. And honestly, if we see Noah have the play, boss KO, I wouldn't be surprised to see Hedrick just concede. Maybe you like wait to see how the Crushing Hammers resolve, because you could just get 2 Crushing Hammer heads and be back in it, I guess. So Monkey Dory gets benched, and then Ichipollen here from Hedrick. Does Noah have Psychic Energy Dragapult Boss to start to initiate here? Pretty big hand, couple Dracloaks to work with. No items, of course. Does have Dragapult and Dark Energy. Maybe there was a boss in that hand. I couldn't tell. No Psychic Energy to work with. We are item locked, of course. No, does not have the play here. Nope. You could clutch a Badoo, but that's actually just not very good. You could do it, though. Opt for the Brock Scouting here. Is going to go for basics. I was going to... okay, the Monkey Dory, though. That works. Brock's plus Dark Energy. Or Monkey Dory plus Dark Energy. That could get us the KO on the Badoo here, I guess. And then I wonder, actually, for Noah, should we evolve the Dracloak to a Dragapult? Or are we not going to take a KO this turn, then? He's going to move it to the bench. Okay, so we're not going to take the KO. 2 damage to the bench, and Ichipollen the active. I want to give the Fez draw or the bench space back. Keep that Badoo trapped as long as we possibly can. I like this a little bit more, I guess. Unless there's like a really important prize card. Makes sense. Okay, now for Hedrick. Can Hedrick find boss Dragapult? There's a boss in hand. That is not a Dragapult nor a Dracloak, so no. Hedrick will not be boss KOing that Dracloak off the bench. In fact, the hand kind of sucks. We got dark energy for Monkey Dory, I guess. That's something, right? Does Hedrick ever KO the Badoo of Noah? There's a Lily. Is that not double Ultra in hand? It was. There was Ultra Balls in the hand there, yeah. Or 5. I mean, we're missing the boss now. Still no Dracloak, and we are going to protect the energy here by with the evolution. And then what do we do with this Monkey Dory from Hedrick? Do we KO the Badoo? Do we move 20 to the bench? I kind of like the KO on the Badoo because it forces Noah to have the Risky Ruins here to be able to KO the Badoo out of the active. So now if Noah doesn't have Boss or Risky Ruins, you're kind of stuck. Like, as Noah here. You really do not want to be punching into a Badoo here. But Psychic Energy, a turn late. I'm pretty sure it has Boss and the Dragapult in the hand. This will allow Noah to initiate on the Dragapult, though, which is what you want. You could even go after that Dunsparce of Hedrick if you wanted as well. Ooh, you could establish the Risky Ruins on top of that to make anything that Hedrick benches after that more susceptible in KO'd. I don't know how much that matters, though. Rocks to find like another Monkey Dory later could also be pretty good. Wait, did you actually not know what Badoo does, Fred? I thought you were trolling. Or you got to get with it before NAIC comes around. Yep, there's the boss. I'm actually going to go for the Monkey Dory. Interesting. I thought we'd for sure punch the Dragapult and get the initiative on the Dragapult. KO Monkey Dory, KO to Dunsparce. Doesn't leave a ton of damage in play for Hedrick to work with. Huh. I guess if we leave damage in play, that allows Hedrick to KO our Dragapult on the bench, which is not great. Punch plus... Yeah, maybe this does make more sense, I guess. Yeah. We can't afford for our Dracloak on the bench to go down on this next turn. We still have neither player's played their A-Spec yet. I mean, we've been item locked for a while, so Hedrick can't play the Unfair Stamp until this turn if he wanted to, if he can find it. And for Noah, have we for sure seen Noah's A-Spec? Do we know what it is? Do we know if it's the Cape or the Unfair? Yeah, it stops Hedrick from killing our Loke back. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Makes sense. It's unfair. Oh, we know it's unfair? Okay. So unfair for both players. I guess I'm just blind. Yo, appreciate the 9 months there, Mats. Appreciate the 4 months there, J Flavor. Has there ever been a good Crushing Hammer format? I don't know about... No, I don't think so. A good Crushing Hammer format. I don't believe so. Appreciate the 4 months there. Dix. World's format 2 years ago. Iron Thorns. I mean, it's not a Crushing Hammer format. That's just a deck that played Crushing Hammer. You think NBA will ever return to 90s, 2000s level of physicality ever? Probably not, no. I don't think we're going backwards with that. Dude, I just looked at, yep, Thunder's up in the fourth quarter. It's over, man. It's shocked. As used Monkey Dory and play now for Hedrick. We could KO the Dreepy off the bench if we wanted to, I guess. Punch Active plus KO Dreepy. He's going to go in with the Crispin as well. Has there ever been a card that guarantees a positive or negative coin flip? Like if you get tails, it hurts you. If you get heads, it's good for you. I don't... Not that I can remember off the top of my head. Because, yeah, Crushing Hammer is just kind of neutral. You hit tails, you whiff, but it doesn't hurt you, your side of the field. Oh, that's not what you're asking. Yes, yes, yes. Will. Where it guarantees you get heads or tails. Yes, yes, yes. Team Rocket's bomb? But I wouldn't even say that's true. Well, that's not the question they were asking. But I also wouldn't say that's true because usually with the Team Rocket's bomb, you're playing it to take advantage of it, damaging yourself. It's not even like... I guess you'd prefer to just put it on their side of the field. So I guess it is negative, sure. I guess that is fair. Team Rocket's bomb, sure. But yes, also, yes, Will was a supporter that guaranteed you get to pick the outcome of the coin flip. Okay, well, I don't think there's any Crushing Hammers here for Hedrick. Move the damage off the do. And where's it going to make its way? Onto the Monkey Dory. So we're probably just going to overload the Monkey Dory here to try and get rid of it on the next turn. 206. Sounds good. Do you have any other energy Noah can get into play this turn? Into the Pokepad. And Noah's going fast here. There is only 7 minutes left. Only needs 4 prize cards, though. I feel like Noah can probably start to, well, a Crispin would be really good this turn. Just load up a bunch of extra energy and play. Oh, we're going back in. Do we have another Monkey Dory to work with? Maybe it's a Dracloak. No, I don't see another Monkey Dory. The prize? It might be prized. There we go. Recon Directive. Found a Dark Energy. Recon Directive number 2. Maybe the Monkey Dory's in hand. There's a Crispin, but I don't think we can utilize it. We have a ton of energy in hand, I believe, right now. Oh, we're going for the Yveltal ball. Oh, we're just getting aggressive with the Yveltal here. Also, on the Fez retreat. Hedrick is bench locked out of the second Monkey Dory. If Noah has access to second Monkey Dory. Oh, but Crushing Hammer still become a problem here. Oh, but we gave bench space over to second Monkey Dory now. Clutch. Oh, but can we just win next turn as Noah with this play? Not. Oh, you do win as Noah next turn if you have second Monkey Dory, right? Because then you can KO active plus KO the Dreepy or the Dracloak. Ooh, this is a really clean turn here from Noah. Now, we could see second Monkey Dory hit the field here from Hedrick, but it doesn't matter because this isn't like a long-term play for Noah. Noah just wants to buy time. And Noah definitely should be able to win this game in 2 turns now. Dude, Noah was playing so fast on that last turn. Noah also needs Crispin. No, because his Dragapult's still set up. He has a Dragapult on the bench. Oh, true. He only has 1 energy on the Dragapult because we did retreat it. Good point, good point. I guess we can buy time to rebuild it up, right? Off the table. Third heads! Third heads! A dark in the discard pile, so taking away the dark from the Monkey Dory or the Yveltal seems pretty good. Goes for the dark on the Monkey Dory there. Wait, has Hedrick gotten a tails with the hammers? Or is he only heads here so far? Moving the 2 off the Fez. Over to Noah's side of the field. Puts it on the Monkey Dory. How many hammers? 4. I think he's got 4 Crushing Hammers, yeah. No, he's only gotten heads. Is that the 4th heads then? I feel like we saw 3 Crushing Hammers last game. All right, over to Noah. I mean, Noah's got to cook. We got to find our Night Stretchers for our Dark Energy here or something. There's a Night Stretcher. Okay, we found 1. Number 2. There's a Crispin. Does he possibly have game? I think he could have game here. No, there's no dark in the deck. No. Oh, yeah, we can't win. Yeah, I don't think we can win the game this turn. Cycle it on sparse. 3, shuffle in. Yeah, because we can't attack with Dragapult either yet. Play both Buddy Poffins, thin out the deck. What even is remaining? There's a fire energy. There's 2 psychic energy. Okay, Crispin is live. Crispin is live. I feel like we might as well play Crispin this turn to load up our Dragapult, or we could set up a Dracloak and we might want to use that energy on the move 30 off it onto the Dreepy. Let me go. I feel like we should have put the damage on the active, right? If we put the damage on the Fez. Then Hedrick, because now Hedrick can heal the 20 off the Fez, and then also Crushing Hammer heads the Dark off the bench Monkey Dory again, right? Yeah, Hedrick can go heal the active, plus Crushing Hammer heads on the Monkey Dory. I feel like it's got to be a mistake there from Noah. I feel like Noah should have put all the damage on the active. Should have put the 3 on the active and then clutched. I think Noah's still in a good spot here, but I feel like it's a mistake. Oh, but I guess we don't want to attack like next turn unless we're winning anyways. So it's like the same thing. Maybe it is just the same thing, to be honest. Maybe it is just the same thing. Yeah, he can just hit Fez and Dreepy. I guess it doesn't actually matter because you can just do it again. Well, no, you're not guaranteed to be able to. I guess it would allow you to attack without winning the game just to KO the Fez and Dippity, right? So you should still put it on the active because it gives you more options. Like if you put it all on the active, it gives you more options. If you split it like this gives you less options. Depending on if Hedrick gets heads with Crushing Hammers or not. Because Hedrick could get heads on the Yveltal and heads on the Monkey Dory here. And then you actually could still get the Dark Energy, move it over. I still feel like just loading up the Fez makes the most sense. Here we go, Crushing Hammer. Another heads! Takes the damage, takes the energy off the Monkey Dory. Is that the 5th heads? Second Monkey Dory getting set up for Hedrick now. Oh, I guess that was always a possibility anyways. No matter what, no matter where you put the damage, it doesn't matter because we've got double Monkey Dory getting used here for Hedrick. Where do you put the damage? Dude, it's insane. Debating where to end up with this damage. Three there. He's got 2 more to work with. 2 minutes left as well. There's not that much time left. Noah should just be able to Phantom Dive and win. Well, he can't Phantom Dive this turn. He can't. The second Monkey Dory puts him out of range. Or are you saying no? Because the Dragapult also dies. If you could set up a second Dragapult, maybe he can. Noah had game last turn, right? No, he didn't. He would have been 1 damage counter off. He wins in 2 Phantom Dives, just power up second 1. Okay, yeah. Well, no, but you can't even KO the Fez this turn, though. I guess you don't want to KO the Fez, though, right? You could punch the... You can go... Yeah, you can evolve Dracloak to Dragapult, attach energy, 200, 6 on the Dreepy. No, but there's double Monkey Dory. Is that even true, actually? You have to overcome 2 Monkey Dories now. Then you win with Boss on the following turn, right? Yeah. Then you win with Boss on the following. You don't draw a prize card. But if Hedrick gets another heads on Crushing Hammer, you actually don't win. But he's got to whiff at some point, right? No, I think you are right. If you punch the active, you put 6 on Dreepy. Hedrick moves 6 off. Then you have to go... You could do that. Evolve to Dragapult. Attach to Dragapult. And you can heal 60 off the Fez or the Dreepy. Yeah, but if you heal... Then you go Boss Monkey Dory KO Fez or Boss Fez KO Dreepy, right? Like Noah should always have the play here. Down to 25 seconds left. Nice to for a Dark Energy. Okay, we have a Dark Energy back on the Monkey Dory. But we can't go into... Yeah, we're just swinging here. 10 seconds left. Heal 30. 1 second left. Time. Puts 3 on the Dracloak. But taking a knockout here means you can get unfair stamped, right? Taking a knockout here seems terrible. I guess. No, I don't see a line. I don't see like a real line for Noah here. Oh, I do. The Dunsparce EX. You can go to Dunsparce EX KO Fez next turn. That's got to be the play here from Noah, I think. Because on this turn from Hedrick, you're going to KO the active and KO the Monkey Dory. So your Dunsparce lives, and then you need the Dunsparce Energy EX Boss KO Fez. He discarded the EX? Oh, did he? Then wait, what is the line here? I don't understand the line here then. You have to take the prize card, but you need something to be able to KO Fez with. How are you KOing Fez next turn? There's no way to KO the Fez. Maybe Boss Clutch into Jet Headbutt or something like that? Ursaluna? No, he doesn't play Ursaluna. So for Hedrick now, you go Unfair Stamp, KO Active. You could heal. So you can KO Active plus Dracloak here, I guess. Boss Headbutt? Heal 6. Oh, no, I guess Boss Headbutt works. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, Boss Jet Headbutt works. Yeah. For some reason, I thought the Headbutt didn't. Headbutt works. Yeah. Does he still have Fire Psychic in deck, though? Well, he's about to get Unfair Step. He's not going to crisp in here. He's just going to go Jet Headbutt for the win, yeah. All right, here comes the cat from Hedrick. What are we grabbing here? Do we have Unfair in hand, or maybe not? The Judge. Okay, so we don't have Unfair in hand. It must be in the deck. So we'll start with Judge. If we find Unfair after that, that'll be good enough. This is the last round of the night, yes. Doesn't he take a knockout? Can just Unfair boss up Loke because there's no way Noah has energy left? No, Noah has energy left. Noah's got like a Psychic left or something. Although Noah only has 1 turn, so I guess there's an argument to actually not take a knockout, right? Well, we already grabbed the Judge. If we had Unfair Stamp Boss, I guess that could have been a play for sure, yeah. Oh, wait, we're maybe still going for that, actually. Hold up. No searcher for Dracloak. I think he is going for that. I think he is going for the Unfair Stamp Boss play. Does not get there. So that means I think we have to go into the Judge. So now it has to be Judge. All right. So Judge, KO active, and then KO Dracloak probably. And then for Noah here, Noah needs to draw into Dragapult TX Boss Energy. We'll have 1 Dracloak to work with. The potential of the Dunsparce and the potential of... Actually, no. Noah doesn't play the Fez or the Meowth, right? Want to KO Monkey? Because KOing the Monkey, I don't think... Oh, we did find the Unfair Stamp. All right, that's huge. 2 less cards for Noah. Changes Boss KO. No, because we haven't used Monkey Dories for Hedrick yet. Hedrick's going to double Monkey Dories still. It'll be out of range of Clutch. Yeah, you don't KO the Monkey Dory doesn't matter for Noah, I don't think, right? So you always KO the... You always KO a Dracloak to take away draw power. Oh, maybe not. Wait, does the Monkey Dory damage matter if we heal 6? And we leave a Monkey Dory for 3? $200. Move 6 off to the Dracloak. KO the Dracloak. Monkey lets Jet Headbutt win. Jet Headbutt still wins. I think it's just a mistake there from Hedrick, right? What am I missing? Oh, he drew Unfair Stamp. Okay. Wait, did he have a... Did he get a... You could hit with Monkey otherwise? Oh, true. You could Mind Bend. Yeah. Sure. The Mind Bend punch. Unfair Stamp? Oh my gosh, bro. He drew the nuts, dude. They always draw Unfair Stamp off of Unfair Stamp. This is insane. The Unfair Stamp into Unfair Stamp rate is actually just absurd. Dragapult, energy, unfair stamp. Now he just needs the boss's orders, but he's going to see a ton of cards here. 5 off the unfair stamp, 2 off the Dracloak, and the potential for the Dunsparce as well. I mean, Hedrick did get 4 heads. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a whiff. We can Ultra Ball first, then out the deck by 1 more Pokemon. There's no cat in this build. There is the boss. We have the Dunsparce and Dracloak to work with. Checking one last time to make sure he doesn't have a cat in the deck. There's no cat in the deck. This is also the last turn for Noah. So if Noah does not win this turn, it doesn't matter if, well, I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter if Hedrick wins on the next turn or doesn't. The match is over. So Noah has to win this turn. Dracloak first, and then Dunsparce second. There's the boss. Hedrick put it on top for him and gets the dub. And we ended a tie here. It was an exciting series, I thought, though. Very interesting series. The crushing hammers were pretty impactful. Yveltal also, though. Yveltal as well was also pretty impactful. Damn, dude. Those crushing hammers. Noah almost popped off. Yeah, you got to be careful there. You got to be careful.